I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Hey y'all, there has been so much going on. We had the whole Millimeters meetup at the Carlos Live event. We had Martell come out with an interview that was such a waste of time. I totally forgot about my recap for the reunion part 3. So here we go, y'all. So we open up with Mel and Betty Cruz going back and forth, with Mel telling her, please repeat it, you demon. And Betty Cruz is popping all kinds of shit. She was like, you don't want it with me. And Mel was like, we could go wherever. We could hit the floor. We could have it on the floor. Whatever you want it to be. And all Miss Betty Cruz could say is whatever. Is she an educator? Okay. So they stopped the bickering between Mel and Betty Cruz after Mel told her to grow up and be an example. And that's facts. So they give the floor to Stormy. Stormy said she likes Mel, always have, but the tweet situation got out of hand. And she don't know how it disintegrated between them. Yes, you did. You came on this show coming at Mel like they all do. Anyway, and she don't want the situation to be where it's because my mother don't like, because that's not the case. Child, in my opinion, it got blown out of proportion because of you and your mother, because Mel cannot control what the fans say and do, and you should have just had a conversation with Mel and left your mother out of this situation. Get your mother, Stormy. She is so embarrassing. Arguing with someone you don't even have a beef with, like, go away from me with this, okay? Then they have a segment about Stormy's family. You know, her cousin, I forgot the cousin name. Anyway, he moved on out of Canvas Beauty and became a manager at a restaurant. And Stormy gets emotional as usual and saying she wished he could be a manager at Canvas or whatever. Then Carlos asked the mother about the Aunt Lisa and if she wants it to work. She said she do. But listen, Aunt Lisa know you a whole demon. She said it too. Okay, she said it, Mel said it. Something must be wrong with you, okay? So then they have Betty Cruz and the cousin exit stage left. That was a quick old segment right there, where the cousin got to show off his suit with the tassels, okay? So they bring the Fletchers back out. They show a flashback of them speaking with Tisha and Marceau. Didn't Tisha say she ain't really have a relationship with Nell, but she had enough of a relationship to ask her about infidelity? And then when Marceau act like he ain't know what Miss Nell did, Tisha was like, she has a whole daycare. These two couples, Marceau and Tisha, they fake as hell. As Martell said, they made up storylines, okay? So they talk about why Nell didn't want to be on the show, and she's pretty much said the family drama. She said the relationship is better with little Chris. She put the money issues aside to build better relationships with the children, and they can pay them back when they have it. They talk about Tisha not inviting them to the expo, aka Expo, according to Tisha. Nell said the fact that Tisha said she was going to guarantee that they be there, she expected Tisha to stick to her word. If you say something, do something. And of course, Letitia had 50 million excuses why she didn't stick to her word. Just like she had 50 million excuses when her businesses are jacked up, okay? Tisha uses the Core 6 as an excuse. And Chris says, well, if you was using the Core 6, is Stormy and Courtney part of the Core 6? No, but me and Stormy talked a lot at the time. That's just stupid as a business person. Then Marceau said some gaslighting BS because Chris brought up his businesses and didn't mention Nell's businesses. Child, bye. Tisha asking Nell about infidelity. Tisha says she's direct about things. No, you're not. You ain't direct at all. You throw out a question, but then when you challenged, you don't know what to do. You start whining like a little baby and go into victim mode. Then Carlos asked Nell, how did she find out about Chris's infidelity? Nell was caught off guard, of course, and Marceau was like, welcome to the reunion. You could tell she didn't really want to talk about that, but hey. Carlos asked Chris, was it more than one woman? Chris says no. Carlos asked Nell, why did she forgive Chris? And she said she loved him. Love makes you do crazy things. That's why she took him back. Nell said Chris and her counseled the whole. And Martell was like, Chris, arrogant and cocky. and told him that he will lose his family if he don't straighten up. Of course, Martell ain't listen because we all know what the outcome was. Mel gives the Fletchers their accolades about being solid friends and not choosing sides. They talk about, you know, the Houston trip and Martell bringing a lady over to the house. He claims he was getting a massage on his bed. Community peen. And it only took him an hour and a half. Child. Then they had this whole conversation about getting massages and how you book a massage therapist because Kimmy opened her mouth and said to Mel, didn't you get a massage? Of course, taking up for Martell. Kimmy, shut the fuck up. Kiki and Nell, they talk about Nell inviting Kiki, and Nell said it didn't affect her in any way inviting Kiki because she told Kiki it can go either way. This whole segment was so whack. But anyway, Martell was getting upset about Nell defending Mel. He's offended because they keep talking about him cheating, when in his mind, Mel cheated as well. Like I said, in his mind, he says a cheat is a cheat. Oh, a cheat is a cheat now? Because you messed up your whole family and you just trying to figure out a way to make it somebody else's fault. You crazy. They talk about how Martell speaks to Nell. Chris said they are brothers and sisters, so it doesn't really bother him. Mel jumps in and said she had this conversation. She thinks it's disrespectful for Martell to be jumping in women's faces, and it absolutely is. Okay. So Carlos asks, oh, Martell, do he feel like he owed Nell an apology? He says we both owed each other an apology. And Nell was like, but you jumped in my face. And then Martell was like, I apologize, Nell. But then he comes up with the excuse like, if a woman is yelling in your face and you yell back at a woman, it's only right because the woman is stepping out of line. Like, what? And Nell was like, listen, I'm a woman. I got a voice, too. That's that misogynistic behavior. Like, these dudes on this show, they got issues. I'm telling you, they need therapy. Okay. Of course, we know Martell was not raised by a real man, because a real man would tell you, you don't jump in a woman's face. What you should do is just walk away. You should never have no battle with no woman. But we talking about Martell Ho, okay? Then we got the whole Tisha and Kiki thing, where Tisha feels like Kiki showing up at the trip was disrespectful and they should have gave her a heads up, because she feel like she should be able to decide who she want in her space. Well, girl, let me tell you something, okay? The show ain't gonna stop because you don't want somebody in your space. Because if that was the case, you, Marceau, Maurice, Martell should all be off the show, because the way y'all came at Mel for the past, I don't know how many seasons, okay? It don't work like that. Tisha says she wants nothing to do with Kiki and claims she has done nothing to Kiki. Girl, please. Kiki not fussing by herself. Kiki not in this battle by herself. Remember, you put her in the middle of your stuff and then turned your back on her. But you want to sit there and talk about you being stabbed in the back. Tisha, we see right through you. And that green Kermit the Frog outfit and those, what are those shoes? Those wraparound ones. Right through you. I hope if Kiki come back to the next season, she totally ignores your ass and figure out a way to turn things around between her and Mel. I know Mel said she blocked her and she can't trust her. I get all of that. But I hope they come up with a way to figure things out on this camera and make it work. And you would be X'd out of the whole situation. Core 6 or not. Okay, because y'all ain't bringing nothing to the table. This whole reunion, we learned nothing new about Tisha and Marceau. We learned nothing new about Maurice and Kimmy. They still running with the same storylines. Like, come on. We saw no growth in those two couples. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. God damn it. Carlos asked if Kiki came on the show to spite Tisha. Kiki said it was always Tisha bringing me on the show, and Tisha changed up. Tisha goes, I didn't change up. I just knew that she had some things that would come out. I wonder who would have brought it out. You, Tisha, like you did, putting her marriage on full blast about her and her husband cheating. You and Marceau would have brought it out. Stop playing with us. I didn't want that to happen. She has a lot going on. Tisha, you ain't her goddamn mother. Kiki grown. Kiki can handle herself. If she want to be on the show and her stuff come out, she gonna have to deal with the fallout, not you. And Kiki is better at dealing with her situations, unlike you. Fucking idiot. God, I can't. Marcel said it's one more thing about Kiki. Kiki said that's a lie and asked him to tell it. Tisha is the constant victim and claims Kiki tries to block her daughter. Kiki went in and was like, I never did that and you are lying. And I believe it. I believe it. Tisha and Marcel always looking for something. I'm telling you, karma is real. When they come back on y'all, Carlos tries to cut Kiki off. But Kiki kept talking. She was like, y'all are lying, okay? Tisha and this pregnancy test, which was a whole bunch of freaking malarkey. Storyline, made up, okay? Carlos asked Marcel if he think Tisha would step out on him. He said yes. And Tisha said, if we don't have trust, what do we have? She was like, I done stood by you. Girl, shut up. Because your husband going to disrespect you and embarrass you every chance he get. And you going to still stand 10 toes down. Call me stupid. I'm sticking with my man. I'm going to stand beside him. Wasn't that your words, you dummy? I feel like Tisha and Marcel are the stupidest gaslighting couple on this stage. So they end up taking a break. They show Kiki calling Marcel a lion. B-I-T-C-H. Tisha jumps in and says, don't try it. You ain't going to cross this line. Girl, shut up. Because when you was getting baptized and you ran to the house like a 2-year-old, you ain't had none of that energy. Shut the hell up. And Tisha, we supposed to believe you? We supposed to believe you bout it when you ran like a little baby when Kiki threw all that water on you or whatever was in that cup. Like, get the hell out of here with that. Anyway, they end the episode. Carlos is happy. He feel like this reunion went well. And that was the end of Reunion Part 3. Let's get back to this other drama that's going on because we are about to see the downfall of Martel with his ignorant ass. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.